When somebody says Toyota to you, what do you think? Japanese car manufacturer? And that's about it, really. When somebody says Toyota to me, I think, groundbreaking technology, people who push the boundaries, people who take risks, but calculated risks. Think back to 1997 and the launch of the Toyota Prius, or Prius, depending on where you're from. People said, hybrid technology, that'll never catch on. Batteries and petrol, never. 18 years later, 6 million hybrids have been sold around the world. And once more, Toyota have pushed the boundaries. Toyota have brought us a new word, Mirai, and they've brought us a brand new car. The Mirai hydrogen fuel cell car. This is the only one in Europe, costing £66,000. It has to be a considered decision if you're going to buy one. But goodness gracious, this is the future of motoring. Thank you, Toyota. Let's go and talk to somebody and find out what it's really all about. Simon, to our left is something remarkable, and it's something you do quite well at Toyota. You challenge technology. The Mirai here, a hydrogen fuel cell car. This is the only one in Europe of its type. And Toyota yet again are leading the way with new technology. Why is it Toyota puts its head out first and says, yeah, we're going to give this a go?
I've worked for Toyota for many years, and I think one of the things that I've become used to, in effect, is Toyota leading the way in terms of technologies. From an environmental standpoint, they are very serious about the way that we look after the planet. In effect, they are one of the biggest manufacturers of motor cars, I suppose, and they're always challenging and looking for new ideas and solutions. And that's part of, I suppose, the research and development program that's ongoing. Toyota as a whole will spend around about $14 billion per year on R&D, and I think hydrogen is probably the next big thing, because of course emissions from what we term as being carbon fuels, petrol, diesel, etc. At some point that resource is it's a finite resource. It's going to run out at some point. So what we've actually done, we've been doing hydrogen within bus and coach now for some time, and it's got benefits. And at the moment, we've been able to harness that type of system into a passenger car, and that's what you see with the Mirai here.
So £66,000 buys you quite a premium feel, doesn't it?
Fantastic car. Yeah, it's been packaged in this way. It's a four-seater saloon. It's got a boot. It's got all the other features and benefits that you look for in an executive saloon. But of course, you've got the hydrogen underneath, which is actually driving you along. And that's the key thing about this particular car.
And the irony is that, of course, hydrogen's really easy to create. You know, all you need is some water, a power source, a couple of wires.
Exactly. At the end of the day, hydrogen is the biggest, how should we say, commodity that we've got on this planet at the moment. Everything is actually made of hydrogen, if you think about it. So through electrolysis, okay, we're on a windy day today. If we had a windmill here, we could produce electricity, and then we could break water down, H2O. Break those two elements down, you get hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen is great for the planet, and of course hydrogen is great for our cars. So as long as we can harness that hydrogen within a tank, then the actual fuel cell will then convert that into energy, back into electricity through electrolysis, and away we go.
The science that goes into making these is incredible, but what you do is you take something very complex and make it very simple and very appealing.
Yeah, I must admit, I've been privileged to actually look at some of the technology on the car, and it's the attention to detail. It's going that extra mile. It's looking for that USP, and that's what they've been able to do with the fuel cell on this car. I mean, it's an absolute phenomenal technology to actually convert that hydrogen back into electricity, and they've been able to do it in a very, very small, compact solution, and that's the Mirai.
And as far as I'm concerned, from a driver's perspective, the nicest thing I can say about it is it feels just like a premium car. It's not space age, it's not unusual, it's not wacky and bizarre. Everything on it is just as you'd expect. It's a car.
It is. It is exactly what you've just said it is, John. It's a car that you can use day in, day out and feel at home with.